So in the end, a pretty comfortable victory for Australia, certainly in 2020 terms. Joining me now, Kepler Wessels, from former Australia and South Africa player. Kepler, what was it? Was it partly because South Africa are a little bit ring rusty?
I think there is that. South Africa haven't played for a while, about 7 months now I think it is. Some of their players played in the Champions League, but they did look rusty. They only had from Monday onwards to prepare, so 3 days not really enough going into a series like this. And Australia, of course, have just come off a tour of Sri Lanka, so they look pretty good tonight. And they deserve to win. They outplayed South Africa.
South Africa didn't really quite get going, did they? But more later, I just want to talk about a special word for Patrick Cummings. What did you make of him on debut for Australia?
Well, I've seen him before. I saw him in the Champions League, and he's very impressive. For an 18-year-old, he's got good pace, he's got good variety, and he's a real prospect. There's no doubt that Australia is starting to unearth some very good young players again.
For Australia, obviously Shane Watson got things really going at the top there, didn't he? Despite that scare early on with David Warner's wicket. What did you make of his performance, Shane Watson?
Very good. He struggled in the recently completed Champions League, but he's a very, very good player, and he's had a fantastic couple of years in international cricket. And tonight he was at his best. He launched the innings perfectly after that disappointment when David Warner got out, because David Warner also is such a key player for Australia. So yeah, excellent performance by Shane Watson.
Obviously both sides missing some key players, but what would South Africa take out of this match?
Well, I think they'll take out the fact that they got a lot of work to do. I think they were underdone in all three departments. They didn't get enough runs. Graeme Smith looked out of sorts at the top of the order, so that's a problem for them at the moment. And then from a fielding point of view, uncharacteristically, they dropped a few catches. And also, I don't think they were as good as they can be with the ball. So they've got a lot of hard work ahead of them. I think Australia will be pretty happy. I think that's the ideal start for them to the tour. They wanted to get away well to try and get some ascendancy over the South African side, so I think they'll be delighted.